All right, what's up everybody? It's Mark here again. This is the end of week 11. Also concludes the month of March. And I'm just going to chalk up March to the lost month. So basically, I did nothing but ride the bike and gain a little bit of weight. So I've got to get back in the way I was back in early January or mid-January when I started all this, to focus in on everything because I've been having a little too much fun. But anyway, life should be back to normal this week. Mother-in-law just left to go back to Arkansas. I love my mother-in-law. I love having her here. The dogs love her having her here as well. So anyway, our life will just be a little bit different. She's a vegetarian, so a lot of times I gotta figure out how to cook food for her, as well as the kids, who are picky as hell. Anyhow, weigh in this morning, 226.4. It's a gain of a pound this week. Not too shocking. But the big news this week is that I did complete my 200th ride. In fact, I am sitting at 204 rides as of yesterday. I just did another one a few minutes ago. So I'm at 205 overall, but 204 for purposes of this video. I did my 200th ride with Christine. I was scheduled to do it on Wednesday, but forgot that my daughter's birthday was on Wednesday, and so I did not have a chance to ride that day. So I waited until the following night, Thursday night. And shout outs, when you take a live class, a lot of times people like shout outs and everything. I don't really care, except for milestones. So for my 200th, I had Christine, and I didn't get a shout out for my 200th ride. But I did ride my ass off on that ride. To me, the personal records is very specific to your bike and to the person. And I say that because I've talked to other people, did a comparison. Rob was a good example. His bike had a different calibration, and when he went up to New York for his 100th ride, he ended up doing about 2/3 of what his normal ride is. So it's really specific. But for me, and I'll just say, for this whole journey since the beginning of the year, I've been getting much, much stronger. And what I mean by that is my 45-minute record was like a 7:03 when I started. I got it up to 7:23 and a 7:39. And then probably about 2 weeks ago, I got it up to 7:93, I think it was. And so for my 200th ride, I decided I was going to set a PR. And one of the things I noticed is a lot of times, probably about 20 minutes into a ride is when I start moving up the leaderboard. That seems to be when I start really peaking for the rest of the ride. So that first 20 minutes or so of a ride is not as, I guess I'm not as warm, but I decided that I've got on my monitor, I have it set up so that I can see what my PR would be, or what my PR ride was. So in the first minute, I know that my PR ride, I had, say, 20 kilojoules is what it's actually a measurement of, but 20. And if I'm only at 18, then I know I'm falling behind. But I kept it up, and I finally caught up to myself at about the 21-minute mark, and I blew my freaking PR away. I ended up with an 8:26 on it, which is just, that's a hellacious amount of increase. I don't know when I'm going to actually be able to ever catch that again. So maybe ride 250, ride 300, I'll do it. But my wife was actually watching me when I was doing my ride from her bed, and she was like, "Has Christine not recognized you yet?" And I was like, "Hell no." But I was number 3 on the leaderboard, and there were 250 people in the class. And I guess, the shout outs, the reason why it doesn't mean as much to me is back before Christmas, when you did a live ride, there might be 60 people taking the class, and that would be, anywhere from 20 to 60 people in the class, in the studio. So you're not talking about too many people home riders. But since Christmas, there's hardly ever a live ride of under 200, even 300 riders. So a shout out is much more meaningful and doesn't happen as often, but it does. But I thought for my 200th I should have gotten one. You know what? It's not a big deal. I was happier setting the PR and everything. So anyway, so for the week upcoming, actually, for the week I did I did 12 rides total. And one thing I've noticed is psychologically, I want to ride. I'm not scared of a ride or anything like that. It really what it comes down to now is just straight up time. I gotta have time to get on the bike, get sweaty, because I'm gonna have to have a shower after this. So in fact, I'm gonna have a shower right after this video is made and everything. And if you take a look at my chart that I have, and maybe I'll edit the video so you can see the chart. The goal of hitting 400 rides, that's easy. I mean, I won't even say that goal. My real goal from here on out is 500 rides. And hell, I'll just go ahead and say it right now. My stretch goal is now 600. So I'm enjoying it, and I'm trying to get anywhere from 1 to 3 rides in every single day. It's not a big deal. To me, the whole thing about riding every day is not a big deal. Now, there are a couple times where my legs are actually kind of tired, and I do need to take a day off. And I did have 1 or 2 days off this week, and I still got 12 rides in because I ended up hitting 12, like just hitting multiple rides, and most of these are 45-minute rides that I'm doing. So there will be a day where I do the 120-minute ride that they have online. I think that's the longest one they have. I'll probably do that, but if you look at it, that's almost equivalent of 3 rides, and I get credit for 1. But you know what? I'm gonna suck it up and knock that off the to-do list and get credit for it and go on, because I think it'll be a good time. But with 2 kids and a wife and the chores I got to do around the house, it's kind of difficult. But I have been back in the gym hitting weights, so I've got to also get that planned out right, because I'll get into a rut of doing the same kind of exercises, and I need to take a step back and not be in the gym when I do my plan on what exercises I want to hit that day. And then I also, when I was training for marathons and everything, I stopped doing squats and leg workouts, and I've kind of stopped that now. And plus, with the hip, I can't really. I can do 135 on the bar is not a problem. That's a good workout. But when I get to 185, 225, I'm almost doing like one-legged squats because the hip actually does hurt. And so anyway, that'll be something I need to work through. But I do need to get legs incorporated, because I used to have pretty muscular legs, and now they're all right. So anyway. We'll see what the replan is, but I need to get that down under 224 this week and get that going again, because I need to get that weight loss. That's the main goal of this. The hitting 600 rides, that's a great thing, but I want to see results from that effort. So anyway, hope you guys have a great week, and take care.